And I'm Sean of Renstead Interiors. We're interior designers
turned internet friends
turned real life friends.
Welcome to the Hot Young Designers Club podcast.
We're not that hot
or that young.
Every week, we'll be spilling the tea on how a new generation of interior designers can run their businesses. Welcome to the club.
Hey, Sean.
What's up, Rebecca?
Oh, just a little mini. It's just like a little mini-sode.
Yeah. Like a fun pack.
Oh, yeah.
But instead of candy, it's
an
us. Episode.
It's us. Just as sweet.
We're the candy.
Her.
And none of those Mr. Good bars.
Oh, fuck those Mr. Good bars and those special darks. They're like plastic. Not here for that.
No plastic here.
They're just awful. God. Okay.
I don't disagree with you. I don't.
Like so. Okay, sorry. We digress.
Yeah.
So we are just popping on. What are we here for?
We are introducing 2 new Patreon tiers that start on June 1st, 2022.
Coming in hot.
Like right this moment, it's happening.
Hot designer summer.
Get ready. No one wants to be a basic hottie anymore during the summertime.
No, we all need to get our hotness on. And like, I know some designers slow down during the summer, but also it's also kind of a good time to get processes done when clients are quieter. I feel like.
I think it's good anytime, but like who has the time on a normal basis?
I use my vacations to work on processes and back end stuff like a normal person.
Honey, here's an iPad. Can you go over there? Mommy has some spreadsheets to work on.
Which is fun if no one's bugging you and deadlines are a little chiller. I feel like I'm not going to not have clients happening this summer, but they go on vacation. So you get like this reprieve from them usually. Yes.
Yeah, there's like a couple lulls and then maybe they all don't overlap, but like every week you can get a couple that just kind of are like chill mode, quiet, They're cool. And part of that is for us, we have like a ton of digital resources and tools that we have used in our business and spent years developing, and the trial and error, sometimes painful, getting freelancers to help us develop things in a better way to make our lives more efficient. And so we're going to start sharing those with our 2 new Patreon tiers.
Yeah. So it's something we've talked about literally since we started this.
From the very beginning.
We've kind of gotten bogged down in like, how do we do it? What's the best way? Like all the like operational logistics. Yeah. And, you know, a audio podcast is not the best way to discuss a written document.
Yeah. And we've tried our hardest. If you've listened to some of those process party episodes, y'all, we have tried so hard to explain what we're staring at on a screen while we're talking.
Yes. So this is kind of the added bonus feature of our process parties, the actual resources that you can get your hot little hands on, use yourself, adapt for your own business. We aren't, none of them are going to probably come out of the gates being perfect for you, but we've made them all so like Sean and I do things differently. So we share with each other, but we each, modify.
Each revise things. Oh, wait, that formula doesn't work for me. Or, that's different than how I explain it to clients. So we still want.
Or I use a different brand color.
Of course. 100%.
But some of it's just that. And some of it's actually language. So yes, we want to help each other. We're firm believers in tools. Like we're not overly analog folks.
Yeah. Use the resources that we have at hand to make our lives faster, easier, better, give us more free time back, or make conversations easier with clients. That's the kind of empowering stuff we need.
And I think that's the heart of what we mean with Hot Young Designers Club is use technology, you streamline things, like act hot and young. Like, throw away the fax machine. So
Yes.
yes, so that's what we're doing. So we figured it out. The top two Patreon tiers now give you access to these every month. And we've found ways to make it so you can go into the back catalog and let's, I guess, chat in detail.
Yeah. Okay. The first tier, I should say it's now our second tier after the basic hottie, is the regulation hottie. So regulation hotties are going to get access to a new monthly digital resource every month. And they also receive a discount code to the back catalog of digital resources. So if somebody joins Patreon in August or September, they're not going to have access to all of the previous released digital resources for free anymore. So they're going to need to use a discount code to get those. Um, and we're also going to introduce a separate page where you can buy those through our website for an kind of a la carte pricing, but it will be more expensive than what you'd have access to via our Patreon.
Yeah. So if you're a subscriber and you want to go back and get those that you missed, you'll pay the same price as if you were a Patreon for those months. So we made it as fair as we can. We think we thought
Yeah.
about this a lot.
Yeah. I don't think we're trying to like take anyone for a ride here.
No, no, but some of them we've had to like hire up workers and
Yeah, we've spent a lot to make our lives better for our businesses. And so now you get to benefit from the all of the things we had to figure out along the way.
okay. So that was regulation hottie, certified hottie. So if you really want the full certification, the
The
top
full
tier,
effect.
you get the digital resources, the back catalog discount code, and then you'll also get a certified hottie t-shirt. Merch, we're dropping some merch.
I know some of y'all been screaming for merch. The only way to get it is
we're,
through Patreon.
we're starting with just Patreon only for the certifieds. And also, after a few months, you'll get a one-on-one coaching session with us. So that's thrown into the mix.
Yeah, coaching is a big one because we were really like we were doing coaching. It was independent. You guys are listening to the back catalog of episodes. You already know that we were doing that, but it just becomes one of those things where access to our time is one of our most valuable assets at this point in our lives, between our businesses, our families, and the HYDC. The only way to get it right now is by being at that certified hottie level.
Yeah, don't make Sean quit again. Like we we have to really like make our
I mean, I'm laughing, but also like
not
it's
not a
like
lie.
the access to our time. It's I keep thinking about that whole like time is the only thing we can't get back. So
Mm-hmm.
it's this idea that we want to bring out to all of you in your businesses as well, is like these downloads are designed to hopefully get you some of your time back and less frustration. And the same way that we're trying to do this with the levels here is like our most dedicated hotties have access to these things now, and we can help provide better service to all of you through that platform that we just can't get to through just podcasting alone.
100. So you mentioned if you're not a Patreon member, like if you're not ready to commit to like the monthly membership,
Mm-hmm.
but you did hear, oh, that one guide sound like that's something that I really need right now. You do have access to that. So we'll have a resources page on our website, or we do have it, where you can buy it a la carte.
Yep. Yeah, it's the same resource page that we've been using previously at hotyoungdesignersclub.com. You can get to it. You're going to pay a premium to have access to it though. So, but our first month's download is probably something that we have both talked about extensively here quite often in our private Marco Polo groups with other designers. We're frequently talking about it, and it has been through the ringer as far as revisions and refinements so many times, and it really feels like star level at this point.
Yes, it is called the Client Budgeting Guide, which we had as a free resource for a while, a really pared down, less than
It
basic version.
it was like the basic flat PDF, like here's just some numbers on a page type of thing.
Yeah, it didn't calculate or do anything dynamic, but
Yeah.
we put some like juice under the hood.
So now we've got, this is like good, better, best on steroids.
In a good way.
And yeah, it can good. Yeah, sure. Good, better, best on something else. I don't know what's better on Red Bull.
On unicorn sparkle
Okay.
juice.
So it has a built-in calculator for various price points of items, and it includes a calculation for freight, tax, shipping, receiving, and white glove delivery. So you can get your clients a really holistic approach to what would be included in a couple of different room types. So that way we're having very realistic conversations around, this is what a room is going to cost. This is what average price points are looking like for the quality of furnishings that you're considering, and just start helping to open up that mode of
Budget
conversation.
dialogue.
And
Yeah,
it's not meant to fix everything.
no, it's still a estimate, but it's
Yeah.
pretty good. It's a pretty good estimate. So I like using it with clients directly. So I have sent copies to clients for if they're just trying to figure out what their budget is or what really they want and how
Yeah.
much they have to spend. I send it to them and they can work on it independently. Or I've used it just on my own when I'm trying to figure out, okay, how much should this room really cost? What should I tell them? What kind of minimums should I set?
Mm-hmm.
How do I set the budget for each item in my internal process? It's pretty helpful.
Yeah. This is something that has made it really, it's a shareable part, but it's not personal. So it's good for clients to go through that discovery process and figuring out, what does this look like? Oh my gosh, this is compared to retail. How is working at designer level resources different? And I think this is something that will make it a lot faster for a lot of our hotties to be able to begin the conversations. The fact that it dynamically calculates as clients click on different levels is really helpful for clients to discover how one change impacts the total budget. And I think that's what's the most helpful about it, is it's supposed to be eye-opening for clients and then make our life easier.
Yeah, because the bottom line, like number is always scary, like $50,000 for one bedroom. What? But
Like,
then
how
once
did
you
I get there?
start clicking, no, I want to spend about $5,000 on this. And oh, yeah, nightstands are usually this. And then it just really starts
Yes.
naturally adding up. And something we added to this version that Sean and I had some long debates about, and this we're really happy with how we landed, is there's a column for basically a retail column that we've sort of grayed out. So the idea is it's there, but it's like, don't pick it.
Yeah.
Like we
And
don't
we want,
we don't
we don't
work
want
in
people
that
picking that.
column.
We don't want clients picking that. And we also want to underscore to them of like, here's where designer level resources are at. Here's where we need to be. And then here's where you are if you're working on a DIY basis, or if you're doing e-design and you're going to
Yeah,
have them buy all
e-designer would be good.
retail. And you can move that, you can change the instructions on the sheet to fit your business models. So we've started with a layout and a framework that you can build from, and then this is yours to customize to your business. So
Yeah, ultimately you'll make a copy and you'll make it your own. So
that's the first one starting in June.
it is ready and we are ready for you.
And then
So yeah, what are we gonna
preview,
do? Like, what are some like previews of future?
future monthly downloads that are coming down the pipe, are various business planning or operations tools, like a media kit and a pitch for press. Let's try that again. Like a media kit and a pitch for press how-to guide.
Like worksheets on business revenue planning, which it's a whole thing.
It's a whole robust calculated system on that. And that's a big one that helps you separate your various income streams and income goals versus how many clients you need. So that's a big one. Our install kit with the full what's in this bag.
Yeah. So if you're kind of new and you haven't done this and you don't know what to bring, Sean's got like Sean's install kit is epic.
I've got the pro status, Mary Poppins, everything you could want toolkit.
Yeah. I have a lot in mine as well. It's nowhere near as organized as his yet, but I'm going to download this myself and probably make it happen. So yeah, it'll have some checklists on what we bring, what we need, and actual links to what's in our bags.
And details on how to prep clients for install, because I think it's overwhelming that they don't realize what's going to happen on that day. So it's like send this out in advance so they know what's about to send. Yeah. We've also got downloads planned for our procurement guide, which is how we explain procurement to our clients of what that looks like in the design process, and our procurement order tracking sheet that I use internally. So it makes it a lot easier to organize what's where and when. So like our existing Patreon subscribers who are at the basic Hottie level, you shouldn't convert yet in the month of May. You should wait till the end of May before converting over to the certified or regulation Hottie levels, because the downloads don't start until June.
Yes.
And I'm like, we're already ready to get going.
It's already June anyway.
It's already basically June. Like, you guys, it's already summertime and it's time to get things going. We're stoked to be able to offer these 2 new levels with the added value for all of you. We've heard your screams. We've heard you asking. We've heard you begging in our DMs for help with resources. And so this is where they're going to be.
So hit us up with any questions. We are, there's a lot of places to do it in Patreon. You can email us, DM us, and Instagram.
Yep. And if you're like, oh my God, I got to do it right now, I'm ready, it's patreon.com/HYDC.
We appreciate you and we are really excited.
I can't wait. I'm like, I don't want to launch it now, but like, I know we're like ready to go.
All right. Well,
until next time,
stay hot, designers.
Thanks for joining this meeting of the Hot Young Designers Club podcast.
If you liked what you heard, please subscribe and leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. Check out the show notes there for links to things we talked about today.
We are keeping the conversation going on Instagram, so don't forget to like, comment, and follow at Hot Young Designers Club.
You can find Rebecca on Instagram at Studio Plum.
And you can find Sean at Renstead Interiors. That's WRENSTED.